My name's Samantha Ryan. I grew up in New Jersey and I'm currently living in the suburbs of Philadelphia out towards Westchester in Chester County, Pennsylvania. I've always been a litigator. I attended law school at Widener University as a night student, worked full-time with the Chester County District Attorney's Office there. Through law school, I volunteered with the administrative law program that they did for Veterans Law Clinic. I interned as a district attorney, and after that, I was hired at the district attorney's office in Chester County, worked there full-time before going to the civil side. I'm admitted in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Louisiana. And now I'm obviously with Minter Sarowitz, and I'm loving every minute of it. Besides my legal background, I grew up in New Jersey, basically as one of those beach bum kids, woods kids. We would wake up Saturday morning if the surf was good and off we'd go. I'm also kind of a book nerd. I own about 1,000 books, read every day on the train to or from work. And then from there, I, do a lot of hiking. All of those like woods activities that I did as a kid stuck with me as an adult. I've done about 160 miles of the Horseshoe Trail. So if that tells you anything, a little bit about me being a law nerd, a book nerd, and a hiking enthusiast. I focus on civil litigation, and I used to do civil rights litigation. So if that comes to light, I usually used to try to jump in on that as often as I can. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely the most memorable. It was a case I had in the Eastern District arguing on behalf of a prison for an equal rights claim brought by prisoners. It was the most challenging case I've ever had. We did everything from injunction hearings to appeals to the Third Circuit. We did a full trial, post-trial. We did so many different things, and I had just started working in civil litigation that it was quite the learning experience, and it's where I kind of cut my teeth in the civil arena. So I don't know if it's necessarily, going to impact my Pennsylvania practice, but I think the best accomplishment of my law career has been passing the Louisiana bar. It's the only bar in the United States that practices the Napoleonic Code. I was already barred in Jersey and Pennsylvania and working full-time as a DA, so I worked a full caseload and then studied at night. So getting the news that I had passed my third bar exam was pretty exciting, especially because of the jurisdiction that was in. I'd have to say it's the challenge. Law is one of those things that is constantly changing. So you have to constantly be changing with it, learning the new case law. Every client's problem is unique. Every situation you're in court is going to be unique. So I love that everything that we do is constantly evolving and constantly changing, and you constantly have to be on top of the newest case law and rules, which again goes a little bit to my nerdy side, which I really, really love. And the second is writing. I think when you're doing a research project, finding that one small case that is directly on point and then seeing it quoted by the judge in their memorandum of law in order is probably one of the greatest feelings there is, at least to me, and very demonstrative of once you've done all the hard work, seeing that hard work pay off. Living outside of the city in the area that I live is the best of both worlds. You can jump on a train and be downtown Philadelphia, going to a sporting event for the Phillies or the Eagles in less than an hour. And then if you go the other direction from me, you're out in the woods. You are amongst, the Amish and intercourse, and you get to do all the crafting and the fun fall activities. So I think the middle ground of where I live is kind of amazing. And I get to experience a little bit of everything. So I actually have two that are kind of tied. The first is that I used to play roller derby for the Brandywine Roller Derby. It was fantastic. It's a great community. It's a very challenging sport, and it never ceases to amaze people when they hear about it. And it is just exhilarating when you're in there and playing the game. The other one is that once on a whim, me and a very good friend of mine, who's also an attorney, decided we were going to go for a hike. It was supposed to be a very short hike, but we ended up hiking 27 miles in one day, and then got yelled at by some park rangers because we did not get back until after dusk. So they were very worried about us, but 27 miles without even planning it, which is tells you a little bit more about me too.